Great. Well, thank you so much for making time to join our first event of the semester. I know everyone's probably really busy getting their grip on everything. The event this evening is being presented by the San Jose State Student Special Library Association Student Chapter, otherwise known as SLAS. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Tina Kremsner-Shing, and I am the Programming Director of SLAS. And April Pantel-Hirachny is on the programming team as well. Rebecca behind the scenes, she isn't able to make the event tonight, so I also want to thank her for helping to make the event possible, as well as the other SLAS subcommittees. Tonight, we are kicking off the fall programming with Jordan Burghardt, the Director of Engagement for the Special Libraries Association, or SLA. We are super honored to have a representative from our own parent organization here with us, from whom we can learn about the benefits of signing up as a student member. She will also discuss educational resources, some professional networking, and career opportunities. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat. We will have a moment to do Q&A at the end. We will also be sharing a brief survey link at the end, as well as a link through which you can sign up for our newsletter to hear about more events in the future. And now let us warmly welcome Jordan. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hello, everybody, and welcome. As Tina said, my name is Jordan Burghardt. I'm the Director of Engagement at the Special Libraries Association. And just to make sure that I am talking the same language to everyone, the first question I'm going to ask, is there anyone here that does not know what a special library is? Okay, so I'm going to assume that everyone understands, in case people are feeling shy. The way I like to describe special libraries is any entity that isn't a public-facing library. So a corporate library, such as one of our clients, Rolls-Royce, they have a library. Disney has a library, Clinique, Hershey's, and then we have academic libraries and medical libraries and tons of other different types of libraries. So what I'm going to do now is just share a brief PowerPoint presentation about SLA member benefits for students. The first thing I want to share is, give me 1 second, I'm trying to find it. There we go. So the first thing I want to share is that student membership for SLA members is only $10, and we are on anniversary dues. So that means that if you join today, your paid through date would be September 1st of 2023. So you always will get 12 months of membership for only $10. So who am I? Like I said, my name is Jordan. This is a very old headshot. I'm the Director of Engagement, so I oversee educational offerings as well as the membership and communities for the Special Libraries Association. In terms of connecting with SLA, I am your headquarters staff contact if you have any questions about membership or about joining any communities. You also obviously have Tina and April available as a more localized resource as well, but you can also utilize me as a resource at headquarters should you have any questions. And I've included my email address, and I've given Tina a copy of the PowerPoint presentation. So by all means, feel free to disseminate it afterwards if people want it. So then the other thing I wanted to share really quickly is from our Student and New Professional Advisory Council page, which is just our overarching ethos or like credo that we have with working with students and new professionals, which is to develop learning and networking opportunities to attract and retain new information professionals, interface with the communities to consolidate information, and strengthen and expand student groups. And so we do that through a variety of different member benefits. The first is our SLA Connect, which this is a screenshot of our webpage, and I will be providing demos as well. But SLA Connect, we have over 80 vibrant communities that are either geographic geographically located, subject matter specific, and then we also have some interest specific communities, such as like our baseball caucus, who are like really into the analytical stuff from Moneyball. So I will be glad to show you some more information about those types of communities after I get through this presentation. The other thing that we really encourage our student members to utilize is our SLA member directory. You can search by organization, by community, and by location. Cold calling is allowed and encouraged. We definitely want to have our next generation of leaders of SLA feel comfortable reaching out to existing members in order to get resources or information that may be available or what they're looking for. And you also can ask for introductions, either utilize Tina, or you can reach out to me if there is someone specific that you're looking for, or if you just have a question and you're trying to identify somebody in a specific area, we can work to try to help find a member to answer your questions. SLA is also on social media. These are all linked. We have a Facebook, Twitter, and a LinkedIn group. I definitely recommend following all three. We do a lot of social media posts. One of the things that we do offer is our Member Monday testimonials, which if you become a member, that's one of the first things that we ask you to do as a member of SLA, is to send us your headshot and a testimonial about why you're interested in special libraries, and then we'll share your profile on our social media pages. So the other thing that is incredibly important, I think, as a member benefit for our students, especially, is our Learning Hub. Each of our communities have individual content that they create based on their subject or area of expertise. So one example is we have competitive intelligence Learning Hub. We have data discovery. We have a whole slew of different options, which we can do a keyword search to show you, but these are all available complimentary as part of membership. And then finally, our Career Center. This is something that with the Great Resignation and with COVID has really taken off in the last couple of years. We have, I believe, over 2,000 live jobs on the career website. And again, I will also do a demo of that. We can take a look at that and see what kind of jobs are available. But this is something that I would definitely recommend that any student utilizes. You do not need to be a member to utilize this. And the website is careers.sla.org. So then again, these are some hyperlinks for when the PowerPoint is disseminated, but this is some recordings of our previous virtual events, such as our annual conferences. We also offer weekly newsletters providing an overview of activities going on week to week. Information Insights, which provides an overview of what's happening within the information professional industry, and then presidential updates from our current president, Catherine Lavallee Welch. We also have the Info Outlook archive, which is actually co-housed with SJSU. And then we have some upcoming events with SLA leadership. We have an open board meeting coming up on September 20th, and then an SLA community forum share out on September 22nd. And again, these links on this page do lead to various sections of the website, so you can sign up and get more information. So that is the presentation that I had. I definitely want to provide a demo, but I'm going to pause really quickly and just see if there are any questions or if there's like specific topics or like job titles that you would like to use as an example while I start doing the demo. And by all means, feel free to blurt it out or mention it in the chat. And I will get that set up really quick. Okay, I'm not seeing anything, so I'm just going to jump in. So the first thing we're going to do is look at Connect.
Or Jordan, if no one else has one, I have. I'm just curious about museum librarians or museum.
Sure. Yeah.
If no one else
Absolutely.
has something.
Yeah, I can definitely use that as an example for one of my demos. So the first thing that I wanted to share with everyone is our community's homepage, which is we call SLA Connect. So this is our homepage. It has a link to our featured job and our job board, and links to our job board. Has a list of all the latest discussions from each community that they're coming from. We also have announcements that are auto-populated, as well as a list of upcoming events. So really quickly, the first thing I want to show you is the open forum. Open forum is open to everyone. So the way that I like to think of the communities is kind of like a mall. And open forum is like the food court, or is like the open area where everyone can join, and everyone can have an opportunity to post and discuss. So for example, you can see, and this is just from the last couple of days, we had a post about the office hours because of Labor Day. We just recently combined our Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia communities into what is now called the DMV community. So they had their first community board meeting. This is what Ted Lasso can teach you about your career. And we also have the member program and service survey. So this is just an example again, and this shows all of the members that we currently have. Then on top of that, we have individual communities. Now, I don't want to get anyone too overwhelmed. I have access to all of the communities because I'm an administrator. So this includes things that go as far back as like the 2018 annual conference. But for example, let me take you to our DICE community, which is Diversity, Inclusion, Community, and Equity. So this is our Diversity, Inclusion, Community, Equity page. They are a pretty active group. They focus specifically on, diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. And each individual community has the ability to not only build their own homepage and events, but also discussions. And each individual community's membership varies from community to community. So for this community, there's 485 members. Another community that may be of interest would be the San Francisco Bay Area community. So I'm gonna do a quick search. Oh, that's not how you spell San Francisco. That isn't how you spell San Francisco. But let's see. Here we go, San Francisco Bay Area. So this is the San Francisco Bay Area community. As you can see, there is consistency across all the communities, but it also allows people the opportunity to personalize it. People can sign up and volunteer. And like I said, there are upcoming events. So let's see if there are any upcoming events. None recently, but let's see if. So this person is offering a resume review service for San Francisco SLA members. There's a coffee and tea meetup happening in October. So that's just some examples of what variety is available to you as an SLA member. The next thing that I'm going to show you is actually our Learning Hub. So let me just move this really quick so I can find that tab. And can everyone still see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
And
So
so
I'm going to take you
there's the DICE community as your example. We're having Clara Cabrera speak with us tomorrow.
Oh,
from DICE.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was like, oh my gosh, what a coincidence.
She's fantastic.
Yeah.
So this is our Learning Hub things. First of all, you have the opportunity to search the entire hub and use keywords or view our resources. We also have live events, certificate program in competitive intelligence, and then access to the SLA conference recordings. So one of the things that I'm going to actually share, and I'm going to see if this will pull it up. It is keyword searchable. But one of the recordings that that Southern California SLA chapter did was a recording on the Hollywood Research Library, which I thought would be really interesting. So this was a recording that happened last year. And it was with Aaron Rich regarding the Hollywood Research Library. And then one of the things I saw in the chat was about digital archives or digital assets. So I just am doing, let me see if I can just do a search for digital. There we go. And as you can see, it pulls up a variety of different like digital licensing tips and secrets for info pros, things from the 2021 conference, from the 2019 conference, from the 2020 conference. So again, these are all available and accessible to members as part of their membership, which again is only $10 for 12 months of membership. So the last thing I wanted to share is the career page. This, I'm going to use the museum keyword to see if we can find any. I'm not going to limit it to a location. I'm just going to use the keyword of museum to see what jobs pop up. And one of the things that's great about our career center is that it's very similar to Indeed in that employers can post jobs directly through our website, but then it also pulls in jobs from other websites that have like keyword specific language. So for example, we've got an assistant director for Fisher Fine Arts Library in Philadelphia. A resource management librarian, a scholarly communications and open access librarian, copyright librarian. So some of these aren't museum specific, but they are all information profession positions. And like I said, we have a lot currently. So this is a great resource that you can utilize even if you're not a member of SLA. And again, the website for this is careers.sla.org. So I'm going to pause there. That is all of the content that I had to share with everyone. Does anybody have any questions or want clarification on any member benefits or ways that SLA can benefit you as a student?
I have a question if no one else does.
Sure.
I was just wondering if the other professional members expect students to reach out to them through cold emails, or if what's like the response rate like? Is that part of, I guess, their unspoken agreement when they join SLA as a professional member, that part of their membership entails relaying with students?
Yeah, that's a great question. There is not a there's not an expectation to necessarily be available, but that doesn't mean that the members aren't.
Okay.
That's definitely like one of the things that I have learned in being with SLA over the past year and a half is that the members are incredibly giving of their time, especially to younger or newer information professionals who are new to the profession, who are trying to navigate and get their feet wet. They definitely are willing to lend a helping hand. As we saw, somebody was willing to just review resumes and just had posted it as an opportunity on Connect for all SLA members. So it's definitely a very warm and receptive and welcoming community.
Right. Yeah, the person, I think it was Michael Schollenbeck. He's
Yes.
on the UC Berkeley campus. I've reached out to him before. He is indeed does the best to like look for internship opportunities if you ask him. I just wasn't sure if he was an anomaly, but
And Sharon, I see
Yeah.
your question in the comments, and you can absolutely join through the website. I can show you really quick. Let me just pull this back up. So if you go to sla.org, and apologies that my computer is hanging, it's because I have like 40 tabs open. You would just click on Join SLA up at the top. Click on New Members Join, and that would have you fill out your information. And it's a pretty straightforward process. The website is woefully outdated. That is something that is on our list of efforts to update and to fix, but we're taking one challenge at a time, and that has not been a priority, but it is still pretty easy to navigate.
Jordan, I have a question about the membership. Is it $10 for 12 months just for students, or?
Just for students, yes.
Okay.
We do have a transitional membership rate. So for people who are transitioning from either undergrad or grad student into their career, or are in between jobs, and that is $100 for 12 months of membership. All of our membership is on anniversary dues though. So regardless of when you join, you will get 12 months of membership.
Okay. And with all the different types of membership, does everybody have the same access to the same resources on the website?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. So if anybody else has any questions for Jordan, you can type them in the chat, or you can go ahead and unmute yourself and ask your question. Now's the time. We have her here, and she's got lots of information and lots of resources. So bring on the questions.
I will also put my email in the chat just in case people think of things after the fact, because I'm that person who will think of something like, oh, I should have asked this. So by all means, feel free to reach out to me as well. It is my goal to try to make your onboarding into SLA as seamless as possible. So
I was wondering if you could share anything from the conference this year, like what was the basic theme, or like what, I don't know, just another way of seeing what people have been doing within SLA.
Yeah, that's a great question. We had 3 fantastic keynote speakers The one that I'm thinking of that's coming to mind right now, unfortunately, I didn't get to enjoy the SLA conference because I was running around in the background working. But one of the presentations was by Dr. Nicole Cook, and it was about the difference between misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation, and what the intention is behind each of those and what the outcome is. And it was a very fascinating presentation. We also had a great presentation about, and the speaker's name is escaping me, but it was about genderized languages within libraries and being more gender neutral or gender inclusive within the information profession.
Thanks.
So I see there's a question in the comments about the 2023 conference. Yes, there will be a virtual option as well. We actually, and this was an email that was sent out recently, and Tina, if you'd like, I can send it to you to disseminate to the group afterwards. So we are actually working with MLA, the Medical Libraries Association, to do to have a presence at their conference for 2023. So it just happened to be serendipitous that MLA was looking to broaden their scope of what their conference would encapsulate and what type of content it would encapsulate. And so they had reached out to SLA, and so we agreed to have a presence at their conference, and that is going to be May 16th through the 19th in Detroit, Michigan. And you'll have to pardon me because my dog is now near. So if you can hear my dog, my apologies. And yes, I have seen a lot of work from home options. I've actually seen an increase in work from home job trends. That was another question that was asked. I can do a quick look and see if there are any work from home jobs readily available on the careers and share that if I can find some.
Can you do a search for work from home jobs through the search? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can do it like as a here, let me share my screen and just
All right.
pull this up again. So I think that if you just do remote, or possibly even put remote in the location, but these are all remote positions. So we've got a library consultant for Siemens that's remote, Gilead's remote. Some of these are on site. Some of these are hybrid, but I think even if you did a search, oh, there's an actual remote in the United States. No, you don't want to do that. But yes, there are remote options available on the Career Center. We have noticed a large increase in postings across the board. And the other thing is that there are also sometimes jobs posted within the Connect communities that are not on the careers website. So that's an added member benefit. Does SLA provide any benefits beyond the US? No, this is definitely an international association. We actually have chapters. We have an SLA Canada or Section Canadienne, because everything is French and English in Canada. So we have SLA Canada, SLA Europe is a really active presence. We have a large presence in India, and we have an SLA Asia chapter as well. And so I'm not sure if the job board specifically is just US based, but I do know that there is a large Canadian section. We have our own Canadian community within SLA, so that would be an opportunity for you to network with other Canadian info pros to look for job opportunities. I hope that answers your question. And Maricela, I hope I pronounced that right.
Yeah, I saw on the job board that one of the filters is you can check remote. It's called workplace type.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Full disclosure, I'm not on the job board a lot during the day. I'm doing my job. So I appreciate you observing that while I was driving. So yeah, so you can also sort probably also by location as well if you're looking for Canadian positions or European positions. Thank you. Thanks, Maricela, for posting that. Oh, April, I don't know if you were speaking, but you were on mute.
I was, sorry. I just was asking if anybody else has any questions for Jordan.
Otherwise, in the meantime, we can put in the survey link. There are also a few more links here for stuff about SLASC membership, as well as the SLASC newsletter for more information. If everyone is willing, has time, we would really appreciate you taking the surveys. And tomorrow we have another event. It will be from 5 to 6 p.m. Pacific, and it was with the co-convener of DICE, the caucus that Jordan was talking about. And Clara is a law librarian, as well as does a lot of work for SLA's DICE community. And she'll also be talking about how she works on diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. So we would love to also see you there tomorrow. Otherwise, thank you so much, Jordan, for going through all those steps and showing us
Absolutely.
the benefits.
Thank y'all so
It's
much.
very active.
And Tina, I'll make sure to send you the email about the
great.
conference announcement so you can share it as
Okay,
well.
great. We caught some of the links, and we will also add the slides to the post-program email.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank y'all so much.